Everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pondu. Welcome back to another video. We finally have a health update. Now, do I think this video could have been a community post? Probably. So with that all said, let's see what Chantal has to say today, shall we?
Hello, foodie beauties.
You know what? At least she warned us this time.
Hi guys, hello guys, how are you? I'm here to provide you with a health update of sorts. I know you've been waiting for that, a lot of you. Sorry for the delay. I just been sleeping a lot actually, and which I usually do if I'm healing from something.
It's another Sunday, but neither here or there, I suppose.
Anything from a cold, a flu, to this, whatever it is, abscess, boil, whatever you want to call it. So what happened basically yesterday after my live stream, I'm gonna call it an abscess. It had gotten to the point where it was like very painful because of the pressure that was behind it. It was quite large and there was a lot of fluid buildup. And yeah, by the way, if you're grossed out by things like this, just a warning, you might not want to listen to this because it's pretty gross. So basically, and I'm not on camera because I don't feel like getting all ready and everything. I'm just like, yeah, on my bed.
Just another Sunday. Sorry, I mean, again, am I wrong?
Just, yeah, draining and everything. So anyways, yeah, I know, nasty. So basically, after I got off live, I said I was going to go to the hospital because it wasn't draining on its own and it was very painful and, you know, it could become infected. So, but almost like not long after I got off live, like I had a shower, like a warm shower, and to get like ER fresh, you know, it popped.
Who is going and being like, hold on guys, before I go to the emergency room, let me go shower up real quick. Girl, go. This is not the Oscars. So thinking about it, that's the reason why you got one to begin with, is because you weren't hygienic, which that is a probable cause of a boil like that.
I don't know if it was like the warm water or what, but like, because I did have a shower earlier that day. You know, I took more frequent showers in the hot water in hopes that that would like weaken the skin barrier and it would pop on its own just to get some relief, you know, from the pressure buildup.
You could have just went to the ER to begin with to save you all the trouble.
But yeah, it did pop. It was just like, okay, like now's the time. And this is going to be so disgusting. Just like all of this purple. There was no white. It was just like purple.
I mean, I'm no medical professional, but I don't think anything purple should be coming out of you like that, right? Again, not a doctor, but that does not sound good.
Reddish purple fluid that just poured out of it. It was like, it was disgusting. It was a lot of fluid, and it was disgusting. Like the smell is like as if turnips were rotting and festering in the sun for like a week straight. It's disgusting. I can't describe it. It's like a pungent, purulent, very decaying, gross, disgusting smell. So I stayed in the shower and just let it drain a bit. Then when I got out, I didn't have anything, you know, so I put some paper towel and that got soaked up pretty quick. Like I added a lot and it still got soaked up. So I didn't go to the hospital that night because I'm not going to go into the hospital.
I at least go get it like cleaned out or something. Girl. Those people that tell you like, oh my god, this happened. And you're like, oh my god, why did that happen? And they tell you the story that led up to that situation. And you're like, yeah, I can see why that would happen.
Smelling like that and everything like grossed me out.
Okay, so the reason why she didn't go to the hospital is because it smelled bad. Wouldn't that be more of a reason to go have it looked at least?
So I would rather honestly die. No, not literally, but you know what I mean. Like it was just, I'm not going to go when it's still draining. So in the morning, Salah took me to the clinic, not the hospital, and they, you know, looked at it, they cleaned it up better. We got a bunch of sterile bandages, like just like huge pieces of sterile gauze. And then when it's draining less, like you just pack it with the gauze, not pack the wound inside because it's actually not, there's not like a hole. So
How did the fluid get out then if there's no hole?
it's just, yeah, it's like, how do I explain it? There's no hole, so like they don't have to pack it. And this abscess in this area has never had to be packed, so like that. I did have some abscesses before that needed to be packed, but this one no. So anyway, basically I'm on some oral antibiotics, and I just have to, keep it very clean with soap and water.
Well, I definitely have my own opinion about that one.
Then, use the dressings, and yeah, it's, that's about it. And then take the antibiotics, and if I feel bad and I have a fever or anything like that, how they tell you, return to the hospital, maybe I'll need something else. I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have much else to say.
Remember when I said this whole entire thing could have been a community post? Well, color me shocked when I'm right.
Like, I have pretty much, it was like when it popped, it was almost like instant relief. It was just, I feel a lot better in terms of that, but the area is still pretty sore. As it's going to heal, of course it's going to be a bit sore, but so, and the nurses actually said that, like, these are not uncommon in Kuwait because of how hot it is, and that can happen.
Okay, well, if that's the case, has Salah ever had one before then? Just curious. Do I think that's true? Girl, no.
Like, I don't know. It's not really that hot here, so for me, I don't think this was the case. I think my diabetes might just be a complication of my diabetes as well. And also just, maybe, I don't know, friction from what I wear sometimes. It could be like from shaving, they said. It could be like,
Free excuse under the bus, but the one common one. Hygiene.
But typically, people with diabetes, they do get these abscesses, unfortunately, but more easily. So yeah, I'm just letting it drain out still. It's still draining. Like, I have to change these. I'm taking like 2 showers. I'm going to be taking 2 showers a day, but I already took one. I'm about to go take another shower, put fresh gauze. It's the only way I don't feel icky. And, I'm just pretty, like, don't have really good energy. As for my blood sugars, were higher when I had the abscess. So, like, right after it burst and I had a shower and everything, I laid down and I took my blood sugar reading, and this was like on fasting, and it was like 16.5 mmol.
Holy. I had to go look it up, and it's bad. I didn't know it was that bad, but holy.
Which I don't know with the other conversion it is, but it's easy to Google anyway if you're really that interested. But 16 is high. Like, a normal person without diabetes would have maybe a reading of 5 when fasting. So yeah, it's more than triple. It was bad. And so I was like, oh no,
And so I was just like, oh no, That needs to be a lyric somewhere, I'm telling you.
But my blood sugar tends to be higher when I'm fighting some kind of infection. Like, whenever I had that kidney infection, and I was in the hospital, my blood sugars were like 24, 25, and they were like not letting me out of the hospital until they went down. So they had to give me like a series of insulin. I haven't had my insulin today yet. I usually take that in the evening, but I'm actually super happy that, I did, I took, so basically I had to eat because I was like, I don't know, like, I'm like really hungry.
Oh, sorry. Gasp.
Like, more than usual, but not for like junk. Like, the thought of junk, like when I'm sick, it just makes me feel sick, obviously, because your body's telling you, like, give me nutrients to help heal. So I had some like lentil soup and some mahashi, which is stuffed vegetables with rice. And I know rice, but I was just like, that's what I was feeling. You know, like, I'm like, I need mahashi.
Because there have been absolutely zero consequences of listening to your gut, right?
I need stuffed vegetables. So I ate a plate of that and some lentil soup. And then I took my metformin and I had a nap. I woke up a few hours later and I checked my blood sugar and it was 11 mmol. So that's like 5 points down, which is really, that helps, you know. So yeah, that's still elevated, obviously, but when you're diabetic, you're not gonna have normal blood sugar levels.
The medication for then? Isn't that supposed to, you know, keep you at a balance?
But they should be lower than that, like, you know, so, but, excuse me, yeah, that's what I had, that's what I did, and that's what my blood sugars are now. So now I'm, like, so hungry again, and, after my nap, and I'm going to have some, basically, I ordered half of a grilled chicken.
Let me see if there's anything else worth mentioning. If not, I'll be right back.
I don't know, eventually when I feel a bit better, I'll, you know, put together a better meal plan and stuff like that, and try to stick to it because I'm just so over feeling like crap. Now, I always say this every time I get sick, and then eventually I just forget that I was sick and go back to my old ways. I don't know what to say about that. All I can say is addiction is a real bitch. Bye.
That would be a no. So with that all said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.